it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yo, this is so bad, dude. How do we have all the talent and all the Hollywood celebrities and shit, and yet the Republican conventions are so much more fun by pure virtue of the psychopaths that they put up? Like, the RNC is fun as shit because, like, literally everyone that goes to it, everyone that speaks at it, they're just batshit. This is just boring propaganda. It's not even like it's not even entertaining. What is the entertainment value in this? It's so cringe. I wish Democrats would just like lean into the sexual degeneracy that the right claims we have. You know what I mean? I wish they would just like play the weird freaks of the liberals than whatever the this is. Yeah, play wet ass pussy, dude. You should have Cardi B open for this shit, playing wet ass pussy.
Hello, my name is Reverend Gabriel Salguero. Let us pray. Almighty God, we confess that our nation needs you and has always needed you.
Okay, dude.
We pray for your blessing upon all Republicans, Independents, and Democrats.
Fairly ashamed to say it, but I'm one of many who voted for the current president, Donald Trump. I challenge you to think back to what made you vote for Donald Trump in 2016. I know I sure have. And I've registered as a Democrat for the first time in my life. Current events, if nothing else, we need more than anything is a proven leader. Donald Trump's rhetoric it's divisive, it's dangerous. It's also really difficult to vote for someone who essentially has zero platform right now, 4 months out from the election. Joe Biden, on the other hand, has a very detailed plan. Things like unity, education, climate preservation, racial inequality.
He has a really detailed plan on unity, dude.
And go vote for a proven leader.
What is this? I want to die. Oh, this is so bad, dude. I really hope people aren't watching this. Like, this is so embarrassing. I really hope that, like, you know, voters in the margins or, like, the independents aren't, like, watching this to make up their mind. Because they'd be like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? Dude, if you're already a fucking liberal, you're already gonna vote for Joe Biden. If you've been excited to vote for Joe Biden, what the fuck? Like, who cares? The problem is, a lot of these never-Trump Republicans represent an insanely small sliver of voters, okay? An insanely small sliver of the voter base. And the issue is, they're just Tim Pool, okay? There are Tim Pool. They make us feel good. Like, these guys made up their minds, they're gonna vote Democrat, and it makes us feel good. Because we're like, oh, even Republicans are voting Democrat, and that's it. They play no significant role in, like, changing people's minds. They play no significant role in, like, getting Republicans and winning them over and bringing them to our side. That's it. Just like Tim Pool is a Republican, but he portrays himself as a liberal so that he can make Republicans feel better. Like, look, this guy, Tim Pool, he's a liberal, and he still thinks that us Republicans were right. Dude, Republicans are disgusting, but at least, like, one, their events are fucking fun. And two, they say, like, psychotic shit. You know what I mean? Like, Democratic events, you listen to Democrats, they're like, oh, we're united by one. We are the one country. Also, you know, sex workers should be 360 no scoped, and if you're homeless, you're probably gonna get killed. Do not try to build public housing in my backyard. I will fucking kill you, right? Whereas, like, at least Republicans are just like, Democrats want to fuck your child, and then they want to bring in Latinas, fuck the child that came out of your child after she got fucked originally. At least it's entertaining when you listen to Republicans, because it's like, all right, it's like 2 generations of rape is what Democrats are going for.
And in 2020, have police departments still allowing the use of a knee on a man's neck in George Floyd. A lot of us were shocked, and I think what gives me hope is that police officers were shocked. Police officers have spoken out, and we're hopeful that we'll have some national standards as it relates to policing, use of force, a national database, abolishment of prohibition and a national standard in terms of choke.
I have to say this: 84% of police officers voted Republican or said they were voting for Donald Trump. 84%! What is this conversation that we're having right now? Was it that hard, you found one cop, 84%. That's higher than Mitt Romney, which was 77%. 77% of cops voted for Mitt Romney over Barack Obama.
I am Kevin. I do a lot of things in life, but the thing I'm most proud of is a TAPS military mentor, and that's how I spend the majority of my time. We've got about 500 kids and family members and mentors, and we're all packed into this very large ballroom, and all of a sudden the back door opens up, and in walks Joe Biden. I had almost an out-of-body experience because he surprised us all. You know, I like to think I'm...
Bro, why did they do everything like fucking Viagra ad? Every ad break is literally like, if Concerta makes your penis erect for more than 4 hours, please consult a doctor. You might have degenerate heart disease as a consequence of using Concerta.
Hope. And it's hard to articulate real character when you see it. You know, policies are great, and we need sound policies as well, which he also has those because he's got the chops, right? But it's almost like none of that matters if you don't have the character. This is a very unprecedented and challenging time that requires an unprecedented and courageous leader. We need someone with the courage to
this
do
is so
what's
bad.
necessary and what's right to strive towards that more perfect
It's just,
union.
I guess, like, they're just trying to, like, really beef up the return to normalcy narrative, you know what I mean? Like, we need a president that's gonna show up at events.
You know what else Joe knows?
If none of these motherfuckers shit on Republicans, I'm losing my mind. Like, I need at least one person to be like, dude, what are they doing? Look at these fucking hogs. I need them to shit on the Republicans in the same way that Republicans shit on Democrats on a daily basis, dude. Please, just once, like, give me a crumb. Give me a crumb so I can just be like, yes, you're right. You're fucking right.
We know that our problems go beyond the COVID virus. COVID is the symptom, not the illness. Our nation is in crisis, and in many ways, COVID is just a metaphor. A virus attacks when the body is weak and when it cannot defend itself. Over these past few years, America's body politic has been weakened. The divisions have been growing deeper. The anti-Semitism, the anti-Latino, the anti-immigrant fervor, the racism in Charlottesville, where the KKK didn't even bother
What about freedophobia, Cuomo? You're not gonna talk about freedophobia? How dare you? This is
create the initial division.
I'm Kristen Urquiza. I'm one of the many who has lost a loved one to COVID. My dad, Mark Anthony Urquiza, should be here today, but he isn't. He had faith in Donald Trump. He voted for him, listened to him, believed him and his mouthpieces when they said that coronavirus was under control and going to disappear, and that if you had no underlying health conditions, you'd probably be fine. So in late May, after the stay-at-home order was lifted in Arizona, my dad went to a karaoke bar with his friends. A few weeks later, he was put on a ventilator.
Damn,
and after
dude.
5 agonizing days,
Why are you gonna call out your dad like
in the
this,
ICU
dude?
with a nurse holding his hand. My
That's
dad
so
was a healthy
sad.
65-year-old. His only pre-existing condition was trusting Donald Trump, and for that, he paid with his life.
Your f***ing
I am
dad
not
died,
alone.
dude. Come on.
Once I told my story,
If someone else was using this as an example, that's one thing. But the person is literally the daughter? Like, that's crazy, dude. I don't know. I just wouldn't call out my dad post-mortem, you know what I mean? Even though there are a lot of people whose parents are psychopathic Trump supporters, I know a lot of you are in here right now. Holy
my father
shit.
said to me,
Would you really go on the DNC platform to be like, my dad was a dipshit and died?
Now I'm delighted and honored to introduce a former colleague of mine, the former congressman from Ohio, the former governor of Ohio, John Kasich.
America is at a crossroads. Sometimes elections represent a real choice, a choice we make as individuals and as a nation about which path we want to take when we've come to challenging times. The stakes in this election are greater than any in modern times. It's a path that's led to division, dysfunction, irresponsibility, and growing vitriol between our citizens. Continuing to follow that path will have terrible consequences for America's
Not gonna
soul.
lie, if Republicans
Because we're
lose
being
to this,
taken down
that's
the
how
wrong
bad
road
they
by a
are.
president who
Okay?
is pitted one against
Like,
the other.
that's how bad Donald
He's
Trump
unlike
is, that
all of our
Republicans
best
could
leaders
lose to this,
before.
to all of
Now,
this.
bridge are different. I'm a lifelong Republican, but that attachment holds second place to my responsibility to my country. That's why I've chosen to appear at this convention. In normal times, something like this would probably never happen, but these are not normal times. I'm proud of my Republican heritage. It's the party of Lincoln, who reflected its founding principles of unity and a higher purpose. But what I have witnessed these past 4 years belies those principles.
Yeah, no, George W. Bush's Republican Party or Ronald Reagan's Republican Party or George H.W. Bush's Republican Party was totally different and super united. Very cool.
HIGGS wants to connect the knots of your network with Emily's beach. So it's pretty clear where they went.
So how do we get there?
I can't. But you and Emily have a strong connection. You've been to her beach plenty of times, right? You can make the jump. You gonna come through for me?
I'll try to take him alive.
Promise me. I'm the one who finishes him off. Good. Then I'll help you get where you need to go. I can send us both at once. But I'll be right behind you.
I thought you said you couldn't go to her.
I can't. But I can go to you. By the ties that bind us together. The Dreamcatcher will lead you to her.
And then?
The Misanga will lead me to you. You're going in like that?
Yeah, I don't need a weapon. I'm not gonna take Lou either. Fragile.
What?
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh. Got you hooked, huh? Sam, be careful.
Worst comes to worst. Take care of Lou, all right?
For this to work, I'll have to touch you. Close your eyes. Now picture Amelie in her beach. You love her, right? You love her. There it is.
Amelie?
Sam? What are you doing here?
ready to end this? Before the end of everything?
What are you gonna do to her?
What I'm supposed to do? Keep the extinction entity safe until the slate is wiped clean. There's no stopping the sixth extinction. No matter what you, me, or anybody else does, humanity has a few 100,000 years left, tops. Why don't we just cut to the chase? Accept our fate, like the creatures before us. We all know what's coming. Why delay the inevitable? Those of us with dooms, her, we're all bound here for a reason. We are all of us a part of the Death Strand. In this place, this fucking beach. There's no repatriation here, no. One of us dies, that's it. He goes to the other side. It's nice, huh? Lucky loser gets to put an end to this rinse and repeat bullshit once and for all. So, no BTs, no void outs, no bullshit. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Stick versus rope. Gun versus strand. One more ending before the end. One last game over. Plenty of ammo. What's the predictable. Hey, man. Luck's on your side, Sam. Where there ain't one. What's it all? Ending, that's what. Hey, you! Over here. The one coming to us all. You! America's glory days, just putting off the inevitable. Humanity, it's but 6 ways from Sunday, and life itself's been living on borrowed time. Nothing lasts forever. If history's taught us one lesson, teachers got no place for us. Seriously, Sam, it's a done deal. We doing this, Sam? Get on over here. Once in your goddamn life, make the smart play. Something. I mean, hell, you come all this way, didn't you? Come on, Sam. Let's party. I'm gonna fight. I don't need the gun, Sam. I can beat you. I can beat you. Samuel Porter Bridges. Boring me, Sam. What's wrong, Sam? You okay there, Sam? We've got all the time in the world, if you don't mind omelet. Hey, dude! Over here. Samuel Porter. Eat this. What's wrong, Sam? Sam, you don't mind Amelie. You're boring me, Sam. Come on, let's have some fun. Samuel Porter Bridges. Over here, Sam. You're wide open. Eat this. Samuel Porter Bridges. Sam! No! Fuck with this! Okay, there, Sam. right, Sam.
Shit.
What's the hold up, Sam? Racking your brain to think of a better way. Well, there ain't one. Ending, that's what. The one coming to us all. Plenty of ammo. Humanity, it's bucked 6 ways from Sunday. I don't need the gun, Sam. Okay there, Sam?
Come on. Let's have some fun. What's the fish?
Just don't get it, do you? You can't stop this thing.
No one can.
We got dooms, Sam. This was only ever gonna end one way. So come on! Everyone, you're getting a little touchy-feely there, Mr. Phasmophobia. Well, congratulations. You won the game. Too bad you didn't stop shit. Well, get on with it. Fragile.
Guess I left a lasting impression. I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile. This time you're the one who's going to break.
Is that right? I think you'll find our bond is made of stronger stuff. Give me pillow, damn it.
Oh, what's this? You're already broken.
I'm HIGGS. I'm the particle of God that permeates all existence. What are you? Honey, you ain't nothing but damaged goods.
You are damaged goods.
There you go, as promised.
Thanks.
What took you so long?
I brought you a metaphor. Take it with you. Tell the lifers with Porter syndrome what happens when you hide behind the mask.
No. You keep it. It's better they hear it from the woman herself.
One more thing. Your little one managed to bring it here by picturing it as equipment. You mind? Babysitting sucks. So where should I send you? Back east?
He doesn't need your help. He's got the chiral network. And he's got me. We can jump east together.
Lucky him.
We appreciate everything you've done for us, we really do. But we're good for now. Besides, I'm sure they need you back at Fragile Express.
Yeah. Better to scoop up all the pieces and put them back together. Wouldn't want to settle for anything less than perfection.
Fragile.
We're square, nothing owed, nothing left to say. So long, Sam.
Come on. Let's go. We still have work to do. Do you still believe in me? Even without Higgs, I am a walking time bomb. I can end it all just like that. But what I want, what I have always wanted, was to be a part of it. For us all to be one. What?
Tell me the truth. Was this all for you or all for Bridget?
This is for our country. For our future, that is the truth. There's something that you need to know, Sam. When you were back east, I slipped out of here and I went to visit you.
What? You lied? Fuck me. You have any idea what it took for me to get here?
You wouldn't have come if I hadn't. You didn't care about America or bridges. But we did know one thing you did care about. Something you were willing to cross a continent for. A reason to build the UCA. It was Die Hard Man's idea.
Great. So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach. Now you're right. I never gave a shit about this country. I have no ties to anything or anyone but you.
I'm so sorry, Sam. But it all worked out in the end.
I guess that's taken care of.
I know you have questions, but can you save them? For after?
Sure.
Let's go home.
How do we do it? Do we jump like Fragile?
No. The beach goes the whole way. We run. Together.
Run?
Yeah. Like Mario and Princess Peach. Wait here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
President Bridget Strand. So you finally invited me to the beach. Remember this? It's the same gun. And now I'm using it to make things right. You were supposed to make the world whole, not fuck it all up.
Okay, then. Get on with it. There is no atonement. Not for us.
It can't be.
Is that really you?
Yes. It's me. John. Remember. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Give me back my BB.
You're looking in the wrong place.
BB!
Emily?
Stay back!
Whoa, Sam, it's me. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
Where am I?
Back east of the Tar Belt. Your private room. You have Amelie to thank for that.
Where is she?
We don't know.
She didn't head back east?
No, but after she saw to you, she contacted HQ and left us a message.
Saying what?
I'm going to finish what Bridget started. Just that, and then... gone.
Bridget. I saw Bridget on the beach.
Sam, please. You yourself burned her body, remember? She wouldn't have remained on the beach. Couldn't have. Not even if it was her daughter's beach.
Check the logs. You've got them, don't you?
Sorry. We didn't get any of it. The only record we have is the one in your head. What else do you remember?
That guy was there too. Cliff. He took Die Hardman hostage.
The director?
That part you believe?
Well, it would explain why we haven't heard from him for so long. I always suspected him. But now I'm starting to piece together a different narrative. Something's been bothering me, you see. We've been operating on the assumption that Higgs was controlling Cliff. But that can't possibly be correct. Because Higgs is gone, and Cliff is still causing trouble.
You think Cliff is the mastermind?
Yes. He's likely holding Amelie and the director captive on the beach.
And that's where I'm going. Wait a minute. Where's Fragile?
She's safe here with us. But so long as you're over there, she won't be able to send you to the beach.
What?
You must understand, Sam. While you were unconscious, the situation changed quite a bit. We'll explain everything, I promise. But first, you should rest. All right?
Fuck rest. I'm going back to that beach.
And little Lou doesn't need a break either, I take it? Sam, you helped us extend the chiral network from coast to coast. And you dealt with Higgs, the UCA's enemy #1. We couldn't have come this far without you. But there is still one final step. We have to swear in a new president and establish a functioning government. Only then will America be whole again.
Why don't you save that shit for someone who cares? I've done my part. Fuck America. We've got bigger problems now.
I hear you, Sam. Government is the least of our concerns at this point. Cliff has Amelie, which means there may not be anything left to govern come tomorrow. If tomorrow comes at all.
Then why aren't we out there doing something about it? I don't care what she is, only that we get her back.
Right you are. Rescuing Amelie and averting the 6th extinction are one and the same. But neither will be possible unless you first come back east. We are in no position to give you orders, of course. But believe me when I say, it is the only way.
Sam, everyone's here but you.
Fragile transported us back to headquarters.
You okay?
Never been better. Oh. Delivering so many people in such a short amount of time is new.
Mama. No, Logne.
Yeah, I'm here too. Figured I should lend a hand.
We're all waiting for you, Sam.
No way in hell am I hauling myself all the way back there. Come on, Fragile. Let's do this.
I can't, Sam. And not just because I'm a wreck. It isn't safe to use the beaches to move people anymore.
Chiral spikes have become far more frequent, possibly as a result of expanding the network nationwide. Too many beaches sharing the same space, wires get crossed, and so forth. You can see the toll it's taking on the network itself.
With things the way they are, it's too dangerous to risk jumping through a beach. Even if I reach a beach, there's no telling where I'll come out on the other side. And I could get stuck in there. That's why I can't go to you either. But if I could get to the entrance of the beach, I should be able to get you there.
The beaches are still there after all. I can personally attest to that.
So yeah, you will need to hold yourself all the way back here. But once you have, I promise I'll take you to Amelie. Straight to her beach.
The two of you share a very special connection. Your dreamcatcher, her quipu. They are no mere trinkets. They are singular, irreplaceable totems, embodiments of your shared memories. Two sides of a coin. The price of entry to her beach. Dreamcatchers are a product of Native American tradition, that of the Ojibwe people, to be precise. They were said to ward off nightmares, to alter one's dreams. If Dooms is indeed Amelie's gift to us, her shared dream of our future, perhaps your totem is an invitation to change it. A test, challenging you to find hope amid their hopelessness. While we await your return, I'll search the beach for Amelie and the director. I doubt my ties to them are strong enough, but better that than sitting around doing nothing.
I'll see if I can't find something in the records on the three of them. Maybe they're more connected than we know.
We're waiting for you. The way home should be easier, right? Hurry back east. You already know the way. And when you get here... Oh.
Oh. Finders keepers. Now, get out of there and make sure you head east towards Lake Knot City. There's no cargo to deliver this time. Or rather, you're the cargo. That's the mission.
Gross. Oh.
One of a kind.
A BB candidate.
Either that, or...
A sacrifice.
A foundation. A bridge.
Sam, it's Hartman. Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BT's drawn into our world
I love those Republican parties. I hate this country so much sometimes, and this is one of those times.
I'm sure there are Republicans and independents who couldn't imagine crossing over to support a Democrat. They fear Joe may turn sharp left and leave them behind. I don't believe that, because I know the measure of the man. Reasonable, faithful, respectful. And you know, no one pushes Joe around. Joe Biden is a man for our times. Times that call for all of us to take off our partisan hats.
Don't worry, Joe Biden won't do a sharp left turn like give trans people rights, sir. I don't know. make sure that Social Security is intact for the next 4 years.
Dream
You
as a
won't get
United States
socialized
of America
medicine
with a soul.
Excuse me.
The next DNC platform is just gonna be like ritual execution of AOC. Maybe like Ilhan Omar. You know what I mean? Ilhan Omar propped up like that Norwegian like eagle torture where they pull out your spine and like make your lungs into wings. Like that's what they're gonna be doing next time. Just ritual execution of progressives in the party. Listen, this is how much we hate the left, dude. Vote for us, Republicans. We are going to midsummer the 6 leftists in the party. Please vote for us. How do we keep losing? We've brought on the entire ex-Republican Party team. Why won't you vote for us? Next DNC is literally gonna be like, listen, I'm Paul Ryan, and I'm here to tell you, we need to vote for Michael Bloomberg. I know he's 700 years old at this point, but god damn it, we cannot let this country get lost to Donald Trump a 3rd term after he removed term limits from the presidency. I'm Paul Ryan, and I'm here to tell you that Democrats know how to deregulate the industry far better than Republicans do. Please vote for the Democrat.
And this fall, we will send Joe Biden to the White House and we'll flip the U.S. Senate. With Mitch McConnell out of power and a Democratic majority in the Senate, we will expand voting access and protect voting rights. To do this, America, we need you on our side. So go to joebiden.com right now to chip in, and then head over to flipthesenate.com to help us take back the Senate. Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell know how to divide, but we know how to stand together and turn this country around.
Dude, I don't want unity. I want blood, dude. Am I the only one who feels this way? Am I alone in this? I want to own Republicans, okay? I want to own them. I want them to cry on the streets. I want to own them so hard with expansion of Medicare, even if we can expand it to like 55, you know what I mean? Or the public option. Like, I want to own the out of them. I want them to cry while they receive more comprehensive medical coverage from the government. That's what I want. I want them to freak out about how demented Joe Biden and his stupid administration finally brought some like marginal change. That's what I want. I want him to, and I want these motherfuckers to also reflect that. I don't want what is this unity shit?
You know, the president may hate the...
None of these cocksuckers want to unify with us, okay? They hate us.
Unity is about reaching up toward a higher purpose, a better future for all of us. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. It is more than a motto. It is the North Star for our democracy. Now more than ever, we need a president who will unite this country. Barack Obama, better known tonight as Michelle's husband, he leaned on Joe for his strength and decency, and you can too.
She said
You know,
it,
most candidates,
sister.
when they end their camp, Joe ran for the same reasons I did when I announced my campaign in the middle of that blizzard on the banks of the Mississippi River.
Oh my God.
To cross the river
I
of
will
our
write her
divides,
in.
to bring this nation together.
I will literally
to be a
write her
president
in if
for
she
all
says
of
the blizzard
America.
line.
As I said the day I endorsed him.
And in my final words, I'd like to say, science is on my side.
We all ran for president.
And I'd like to
motivated by-
see how your hair would fare in a blizzard, Mr. Umbrella Man. You know what's really funny? Low key, out of all of these people who ran against Joe Biden, the only one who was truly a pussy on that stage and kept sucking up to him was Bernie Sanders. Like, all of these vicious vultures literally ate away at Joe Biden as much as he could. There was one pussy on that stage who I routinely criticized for not attacking Joe Biden nearly enough. And that pussy's name was Bernie Sanders. And he doesn't even get a speaking slot here. Like, he will speak later on. But I mean, like, he's not even on the compilation. You should have just played a compilation of Bernie Sanders being like, Joe is my good friend. I love him. We are good friends. We go way back. One time when everybody else was making fun of me, Joe was the only person who didn't make fun of me and said, you know, you can sit at the cool kids table today.
Good
Oh,
evening.
no.
Our great nation
I
is
can't
now
watch
living
this.
in an unprecedented moment.
This is going to be
We're
so
facing
sad.
the worst public health crisis in 100 years and the worst economic collapse since the Great Depression, who is not only incapable of addressing these crises, but is leading us down the path of authoritarianism.
This is cock porn,
This
dude.
election is the most important, and we need Joe Biden as our next president. Let me take this opportunity to say a word to the millions of people who supported my campaign this year and in 2016. My friends, thank you for your trust, your support, and the love
This
you
still
showed
hurts.
Jane.
This still hurts.
Together, we have moved this country in a bold new direction, undermined the U.S. Postal Service, deployed the military and federal agents
At least
against
it's a
peaceful
good
protesters. Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Trump golfs. His actions fanned this pandemic, resulting in
That's a
over
new one.
170,000 deaths to this pandemic.
Is this literally the first
Too
time
many
we've talked
hard-working
policy so far?
families
At least, like,
have been caught on an
aside
economic
from, like,
treadmill.
Trump is
with
responsible
no
for
hope
Corona and
of
Postal
ever getting
Service.
ahead.
Dave Weigel also mentioned Cuomo's speech that also talked about like Trump's travel ban and shit like that. But ultimately, the only mention that clearly defined Trump's policies and Joe Biden's policies was Bernie Sanders' speech. I guess Cuomo also vaguely mentioned a couple things, but outside of that, everything has been like unity candidate, mourner in chief, all this other shit that is completely inconsequential. Once again, Bernie Sanders is better at selling Joe Biden than any number of different six-figure consultants that Joe Biden has around him.
And 4 years ago, too many people chose to believe that their votes didn't matter. Maybe they were fed up.
And wanted to share my thoughts. To recap, Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments. However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB experiments. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal Lou. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death and his connection to the BB experiments. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find, Sam.
Maybe they thought the outcome wouldn't be close. Maybe the barriers felt too steep, whatever the reason. In the end, those choices sent someone to the Oval Office who lost the national popular vote by nearly 3 million votes. In one of the states that determined the outcome, the winning margin averaged out to just 2 votes per precinct. 2 votes. And we've all been living with the consequences. When my husband left office with Joe Biden at his side, internationally, we've turned our back, not just on agreements forged by my husband, but on alliances championed by presidents like Reagan and Eisenhower. White
Did you
House
just say
for some
Reagan?
leadership.
Ronald Reagan literally said African diplomats are monkeys who don't know how to wear shoes. I'm just going to point that out there. Any liberal who praises Ronald Reagan is completely out of their mind.
Reach out. We know that what's going on in this country is just not right. This is not who we want to be. Over the past 4 years, a lot of people have asked me, when others are going so low, Does going high still really work? My answer, going high is the only thing that works. Because when we go low, when we use those same tactics of degrading and dehumanizing others, we just become part of the ugly noise that's drowning out everything else.
I don't want to go high. I want to go low, dude.
Differences.
I want to go all the way to the floor, dude. I want Democrats to operate as lowly as they do when they try to dick over the left when they're dealing with the Republicans. That's what I want.
Our truth. He was a terrific vice president. He knows what it takes to rescue an economy, beat back a pandemic, and lead our country. And he listens. He will tell the truth and trust science. He will make smart plans and manage a good team. And he will govern as someone who's lived a life that the rest of us can recognize. When he was a young senator, Joe lost his wife and his baby daughter, and when he was vice president, he lost his beloved son. So Joe knows the anguish of sitting at a table with an empty chair, which is why he gives his time so freely to grieving parents. Joe knows what it's like to struggle, which is why he gives his personal phone number to kids overcoming a stutter of their own. His life is a testament to getting back up. And he is going to channel that same grit and passion to...
None of this is true.
To help us heal.
Like, Joe Biden isn't this incredible human being. I don't know why they're trying to sell him as such. Just tell me what the I get out of this presidency beyond getting Donald Trump out. I'm already sold. But if you want to sell to the rest of the fucking country, you got to give him something, dude. 2016 was the... At least we're not Donald Trump, come on, Jack, election. And we lost that election. So why the f are we running that same exact play right now? Yeah, dude, you seem sold.
Any of these most
I'm not
basic
sold. I'm
requirements
done.
for a functioning society.
I've already given up.
Wow, wow. Thank you, Michelle Obama. You are what we miss in this country. We need more of that example. Thank you so much for being part of this unconventional convention. Thanks to all of y'all who have been tuning in. It's a convention about you and for you, the American people. This is our chance.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Michelle Obama's got a podcast and shit. I really thought her speech was gonna be better. It was pretty mid. Sorry, get mad at me if you want, but it was mid as big tent. More like I'm gonna need a big tent to get through this upcoming election cycle. Holy shit, dude. This is so sad. What the was this, dude? This is, oh my lord, this was so bad. Look, when I say I don't give a I mean, I don't give a the only way that they could be worse is if they were like closer to Donald Trump or worse than Donald Trump, and they're not, because Donald Trump is horrible. The Republican Party is horrible. Democrats can get away with being nearly as horrible but not as bad. Okay, if your opposition is just so horrific and there's only two options, you can just be as bad as you want. But don't for a second think that, like, if you even for a second think that Democrats are putting forward effective policies or an effective opposition and that's why they're winning, and not exclusively because Trump is losing this election, you're fooling yourself.
Of staunch Republicans have come out in support of Vice President Biden's candidacy, among them.
And so we choose to act.
Here's a fun video to get started with. Here you have a dude getting knocked out cold. Let's take a look.
What?
Oh my god, he just got knocked the fuck out cold. Someone checks in on him. Now, I don't know what the context of this is, but the tweet said it's the silencing of racists with one bang for me. Oh, there's more. Never mind. Sorry. For those of you who don't know what happened and you wanted to see what he was saying before he got knocked the fuck out, being black in the UK is tiring. These black boys just wanted to go home, and his supremacists just kept promoting them.
all going back. You know me as well. You know me as well. What? Billy Steele, what's your name? Tell me your name. No, you're black.
You're black? What does that mean?
Oh my God.
What does being black have to do with anything?
Shut up. This is popular.
What's
this
popular?
is less than enough. Less than enough. Less than enough.
Bro, imagine you're going home after a commute. You're commuting home in the fucking metro. You don't even know. You might get coronavirus from some dumb fuck. Of course, the dumb fuck's not wearing a mask. Because listen, mask, bro. Oi, bruv. We voted for fucking Boris not to wear a fucking mask, bruv. Are you out your fucking gob? It's the tube, you booming idiot. Ironic how he only saw black after getting put absolutely to sleep. Yeah. In New York, if this had happened, those like, what is it called? The subway showtime? They would be like Dark Souls NPCs, like crawling from, like jumping from one pole to the next to do like a flying kick off the last pole onto this dude's skull. But hey, this works too. For those of you who don't know, the subway showtime dudes in New York, they do like crazy shit on the poles in the metro. If that was in the subway, the rats would have eaten him. True.
They're my pets.
But you know what? You're talking about me for looking me in the eye. Fucking coward.
Pets. You know?
I don't know, man. We need more context. Maybe he's just saying like he likes pet animals. Sir, actually, we need additional context. And even when you do give him the additional context, I know that the people are still going to turn around and be like, well, that's still violence. Like, is that how you solve? Why don't you engage him in the marketplace of ideas? Like, what? Doxing? He said his name, you fucking idiot. How else would this person know his name? He says it in the video. It's doxing if you say your name in public as you're being racist, then it's called doxing. Actually, they should be debating him and showing that they're not animals. They should be proving to a white supremacist that they are not animals by engaging him in the marketplace of ideas. It's such a funny fucking take to be like, hey, black person, this guy in front of you does not think you're a human being, engages in centuries-old dehumanization, but what you should do is turn the other cheek and just debate him in the marketplace of ideas about how you are a human being. Like 98% of the time, and I will give that 2%, but 98% of the time, the people who say that are people who don't get dehumanized in a similar capacity or think that they are being dehumanized when someone says gamers don't deserve rights. You know what I mean? Which is not real. Once again, Billy Steele was silenced by the left.
My home, you're all going back. You don't love. You know me as well.
By the way, the reason why we're replaying this is because, of course, he's speaking in an entirely different language, which is like EDL English. The English Defense League has their very own language. It's very different than like proper British English. You will not understand this. It's not the Queen's England, bruv. So the EDL English is very difficult to understand without subtitles. So I'm just gonna do my best to translate, like, you know, the famous video Islamic ray guns. That's EDL English. Very different than like the actual language.
My home, you're all going back.
He says this is my home and you're all going back. Now he's referencing the black people on the I was gonna say the metro, the subway, but the tube, CHUBEW, the tube. I don't understand what he's saying. I think he's just like snorting there. What did he say? He said you're all going back. I don't know what that part was. We're gonna throw question marks up there. Do I have a British correspondent in here who can translate? Anybody in the chat understand what Billy Steele here, old Billy Boy, is saying? Old Bilbo Baggins? Go back. Okay, let's see. What did he say here?
I'm fucking breaking it.
What was that? I have no way to... Did he say he's breaking the internet? I'm breaking the internet. Okay, that's cool.
You know what my name is? Billy Steele. What's your name?
He says, what's your name? What's your name? The other guy says, what's your name? What's your name? You know our name. It's Billy Steele.
What's your name? Billy Steele. What's your name? Tell me your name.
He says, my name is Billy Steele. What's your name? Tell me your name.
No, you're black.
You're black? What does that mean?
Okay, now he said, you're black. And an onlooker who's probably filming this racist altercation says, "What's that mean?"
What does being black have to do with anything?
This is popular.
What's popular?
He said, "This is popular. This is popular. What does black have to do with anything?" He said, "This is popular." Self-proclaimed god at translating Brovish can't properly translate it. Simpleton on tube. Okay, listen, dude. This is like, I'm gonna need an expert to look at this, okay? I'm like Rick at the pawn shop. Yeah, I know a lot about Confederate memorabilia for some weird reason, but like, I'm still gonna need Mark to come in, okay? Mark Halperin of Clark County Museums is gonna have to come in with his big old beard and take a look at this guy's accent, because I truly cannot understand what he's saying. I'm sorry. Sometimes you need a second expert opinion on things. Like, this is like, this calls for like a gross score. Maybe Slicker wouldn't even be able to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna need a buddy to look at this.
Lesson enough! Lesson enough!
So then he starts saying they're lesser than us, implying that the black people are lesser than he is. Let's take a look at this one.
It's not funny being racist.
Funny being racist.
You know what? You've had your 5 minutes in the train. Now fuck off, get out the train.
Popular now, though, isn't it? So really popular now.
You know, it's just give me the self-assured, the self-assured racist person's confidence, okay? That's what I want. I want for one day, for 24 hours as an experiment, to have the confidence of a anti-masker racist piece of shit whenever he's being challenged on their racism or whenever they're being challenged on being a the confidence that they have is something that I always look to, and I look to with so much envy. It's so good. He's like, it's popular, isn't it?
Popular now, isn't it? Popular? What is he? Popular now! Come on! It's popular now!
Devil.
Almost a year into
My home, you're all going back. You know it as well. You know we're going back. Go on. You know what my name is? Billy Still. What's your name? What's your name? Billy Still. What's your name? Tell me your name. No, you're black.
So here's the thing. If the police force engaged in this level of de-escalation, as like the black dudes were on the metro or the tube, like we would have probably like 75% less casualties. Like they don't immediately go, oh, you called me a lesser human being. All right, time to punch you directly in the mouth and knock you the fuck out. No, they're like, what does that mean? They're like engaging him as he's screaming in the middle of in the middle of the tube or the underground.
Sir, you're crazy. Yeah, I think he's crazy. You're a f***ing lunatic, and I can guarantee you're not 100% white. You are not white. You come from.
You are not white. She pulling out the haplogroups, dude. He's like, you got Slavic in you. You got a bit of Slavic in you. You're not pure white. Everyone's saying this dude is on drugs, is completely ignoring the fact that people actually do this shit to black people all the time. I mean, it's not like literally all the time. There are microaggressions that are more commonplace than this. This is just like good old-fashioned wholesome racism. I mean, this is like one notch, maybe not even one notch below 1960s racism. If him and his homies were around, like this would turn into a lynching. This is good old wholesome racism. Yeah, exactly. This is just straightforward. Very straightforward. Billy Steele was a famous Scottish soccer player. This guy seems genuinely delusional, but that doesn't excuse it. Oh, really? Bro, what the fuck? You're Britophobic? I'm so offended. Oh, I'm super Britophobic. Anyway, so as I was saying, now that we have analyzed this thoroughly, looked through, and ensured that there is no, I mean, this is it. This is what's going on. Can someone send me the link to the knockout again? Now that we found out that this is without a doubt 100% racist, because there's always people in the chat who are like, we don't know what actually led to it. What? Give me the context. So the dudes are leaving. Let's look at that again. It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, it's fun stuff. It's a fun day. So we're looking at a fun day. Let's take a look at it again. Oh! Dude, he literally comes at it. Look at him. Look at him, dude. He winds it up. He winds it up like Boy from Pawn Stars. Like he winds it up like Rasengan. You know, that's how fucking Rick's son winds up his handshakes, dude. Look at that. He's coming at it from like literally the other door. This is why I need to respec on Dark Souls 3 and just beef up my strength so that I can one-tap bosses exactly like this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh! Oh, just fucking. You know how Henry Cavill cocks his punches? This guy didn't even need to do that. Look at him. He's going in. He's like looking to see if there's a second. He's got a little bit of stamina left. As you can see, part of the problem with the strength build is that when you cock one, when you hit that full strength, it has a capacity to crit. Okay, so he did that already. He had maximum crit damage, good scaling on the weapon, but he was still ready. He has a little bit more stamina left, so he's like ready for the second one. But no need. Now that's entertaining, okay? Now that's entertaining. Is that entertaining enough for you? By the way, I want to give
You're shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Whoa. To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
It's inverted. Someone's manufacturing them in the future.
All I have for you is a word. Tell it.
What about scaring moderates with spooky socialism? That's already a fucking insanely idiotic notion. And like called up like these psychopaths on the right called up or something. Nancy Pelosi, like this isn't like a legitimate they say she's a radical Marxist. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way, dude. They say Joe Biden. They say Joe Biden. To the socialist radical left. 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 Who is the radical left, really? Why hasn't the liberal base bothered at pushing back at the current Red Scare? Because they are literally rushing to hit the left harder than Republicans. They're like jumping over one another to be like, no. We fucking hate those socialists too. They fucking suck. Which is an idiotic way to run a fucking campaign or have a party. When you are rushing to the middle and trying to capture as many Republicans as possible while alienating a fuckload in your base by saying like Medicare for all is socialist and Marxist and it's bad or whatever the fuck. And like, you know, Medicare for all caused 100 guerrillian deaths in Stalinist Russia. When you say shit like that, you're just legitimizing that. You're basically just legitimizing the psychotic ramblings of Donald Trump.
It is that sense of enthusiasm.
Do you realize there isn't a blue plan? It is a solely Trump-hating, jealous party that isn't getting any attention. They have nothing, and they're proving that. Get out of his way and let him run his country. Dude, you are so fucking stupid, dude. You're so stupid. You are the level of idiocy from Trump supporters at this stage, 4 years in, while like the country is on fucking fire. We're all diseased. We're all gonna fucking die. Healthcare is as unaffordable as ever. And these motherfuckers still are like, dude, you're just jealous of Donald Trump. Jealous of what? His big ass bussy? What the fuck am I jealous of Donald Trump for? How fucking stupid can you get? God damn, dude. Yeah, you're right. My man's got a dump truck. And I'm fucking jealous, dude. I'm jealous of his goddamn dump truck. He's got a shelf down there. Holy shit. This sucks so bad. It's so bad. $40 million people in the U.S. are at risk of eviction this year, according to the NLIHC. Not once do the fucking Democrats talk about this shit. Anyone who's undecided isn't fucking convinced that Democrats give a shit about their situation, and the limousine liberal shit needs to stop. No, that's it. We are the limousine liberal party very openly now, too. I hate this so much. Like, who the fuck is going to be like, you know what? At this stage, I was still confused on whether I wanted to vote for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. But now that I heard everyone in Joe Biden's life has died, I'm going to vote for him. Like, what the fuck is this? Well, I sure didn't know. I mean, I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, but I was really considering Joe Biden. And now that I heard everyone in his family died, I'm definitely voting for him because I feel really bad. Like, what kind of weird marketing strategy is this? Democrats can't even figure out the fucking marketing strategy, let alone the policy positions that differentiate us from them, the psychopathic Republicans. If you think that defending the ACA is a good strategy, that's it. Like, we're just defending the ACA, which is, again, a concession to the Republicans. We're not pushing the conversation further left. We're just defending what is already fucking suffering. What has already been crippled effectively by Republicans, but it was already a broken and flawed system to begin with. If you think that defending the ACA is a good strategy, that's it. Like, we're just defending the ACA. Hey, dude, no, that's protocol. That's protocol. AOC endorsing Bernie is just protocol, okay? When a member wins the amount of delegates to go over the threshold, people fucking endorse them. That's it. It's not like, it's just protocol. Holy shit. I don't know how else to describe it. Stop falling for the dumbass clickbait from MSNBC. That's not a real thing. And then Bernie gives over the delegates back to Joe Biden. DNC should target progressives as much as you target your teammates in SCP. Okay, I played one fucking game. It was my first game, and I killed a bunch of my teammates because I didn't realize they were my teammates.
You're not shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Whoa. To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
It's inverted. Someone's manufacturing them in the future.
All I have for you is a word. Tell it.
See, I told you it's across.
Bro, what is happening? There's literally 2 elevators. We came from this way.
I told you.
Sammy! Over here, big guy.
Sammy! Sammy!
Hey, over here! I need help!
Come on, let's go.
Wait, we should go back to the we're still alive.
Okay, then let's go back. Come back, come back.
Yeah, we were just at the
Come back,
elevator.
come back. Boys, follow up. Get in line.
Oh!
Hey, cadets, come on.
Pretty sure that's the wrong way.
This fucking guy.
Fuck,
This is the
Somebody's out there.
funniest
I hear
shit
you.
ever, dude. This is so fucking funny.
Where's Cutie
Somebody
at?
teach me
I think he's dead.
Not lose.
We're good. Oh, they're all fucking dead. Hey, get in here, big guy.
Ah! So low! Who's
I
here?
thought I was doing perfect with the electric shit, and now I can't.
Nobody's touching me, dude.
Oh, wrong door.